Hello and welcome to the Skyworld channel, and today I have a video for all of you guys who may be undecided on what next gaming keyboard and gaming mouse you want. But the thing is that you want both peripherals to match. So you want them from the same manufacturer, because you don't want to be that one guy who owns like a Razer gaming keyboard and a Logitech gaming mouse, and it just makes your overall setup look kind of weird and janky. So I understand that, so no worries, because I have a pretty nice gaming combo setup to review for you guys today. The G-Skill KM780 RGB and the MX780 RGB. So let's get into the video. First things first, you guys fully well know that I am a fan of simple looking, modern, and high quality gaming keyboards and gaming mice. I'm not that much of a fan of those crazy looking keyboards and mice, like those gaming keyboards that look like Transformers but with RGB lights and keyboard form, and those gaming mice that look like a 12-year-old's dream Lamborghini. I am not a fan of those gaming peripherals because they just look too crazy and they're labeled as gaming peripherals. But I will say my views did sort of change within reviewing this product, because I had those same sort of reviews on this gaming keyboard actually about a year ago when I was first inspecting it. I was like, oh man, it's another crazy gaming keyboard. Let's see, like, does it have a cup holder for your Mountain Dew? Does it have a clip for your Doritos bag? But I'll say upon finally reviewing at least the gaming keyboard in this combo, I was promptly written wrong of those opinions, because this is actually quite a real gaming keyboard, even with its looks. So I will say that my opinions on these sort of gaming peripherals have changed definitely within reviewing these products. If there's one thing that this keyboard and mouse combo does very well, is that it makes me feel prepared and really less stressed out in any sort of gaming situation. Why, you may ask? Because customizability on this keyboard and mouse are top notch, and so are the tools and accessories that come with them. For example, the mouse will allow you to not only add and take off weights for the optimum weight for gaming, allow you to customize the buttons on the mouse to any of your liking, but can even let you switch out the side grips to fit any sort of hand style, mixed mouse or ambidextrous. But wait, there's more. If you thought the gaming mouse was good, then the gaming keyboard is even better, so hear me out. We already know that this keyboard has great features such as customizable RGB lighting, which, by the way, I will say that the RGB lighting software on the keyboard and mouse are spectacular, and this is coming from a person who's used a lot of Corsair products in the past with also, on their end, really great software also. So I will say that the software for RGB lighting and customizability on these gaming peripherals are very excellent and pretty easy to use actually from my experience. But yet again, this keyboard has 6 programmable keys, a dedicated Windows key disable button, and for the first time from what I've seen in gaming keyboards, a dedicated headphone and microphone port, and an entirely brand new rail bar system at the top of the keyboard that allow you to attach a keycap compartment with its own key remover tool and spare keys for gaming. And if there's something you should basically take away from all these products, it's that they're very convenient towards allowing you to get the most out of them for the best gaming experience possible on your end. Yet again, in terms of design, I dig the style of this gaming keyboard and mouse look. They go well together. Even though I have liking towards a more simpler and modern peripheral look, I like the look of this keyboard and mouse combo. The keyboard even has a brushed aluminum backplate, which always makes me happy. But yes, to sum it up, this is actually a very high quality gaming keyboard and mouse combo only for $170, which is the same price of a Corsair K70. But one thing I do have to say about the design of the mouse in specific is that there were many times where I accidentally clicked the back and forward buttons on each side of the mouse because they're really light and easy to get pressed on. So in the next version of the mouse, for the least, I would like to see some more sturdier backwards and forwards buttons on this mouse so I don't always accidentally click them while in gaming and even on my webpage browsing. Now, Scatterable, how does this combo do for gaming? Because this is obviously the main reason why you're going to be purchasing this product. Well, I want to say it does a very excellent job for gaming. These are high quality gaming peripherals, and yet again, they do great. The Cherry MX Browns and the KM780 RGB were fantastic. I really enjoyed playing on those over the Cherry MX Blues that I had in my K70, simply because they pressed better, they weren't so harsh, and they weren't so loud either, and they're actually pretty quiet. Take a listen. And even though the mouse is a laser, yes, I can hear the boos, I get it, it's a laser mouse. Even though it's a laser mouse, I want to say that its accuracy in gaming was still pretty good. I only noticed a few small things like having to think harder when it came to playing CSGO, but for the most part, it's still a very solid mouse. However, one thing I will say also to the mouse is that when it comes to the actual cable that's connected to the mouse, I would have liked to see maybe like a modular cable onto the mouse to where it can move rather than being in a fixed position, because there were times where I was moving around the mouse and the cable would get stuck and it just kind of jerk around the mouse and would kind of upset my gaming experience. So if G-Skill, if you can find something to kind of tweak the way that the cable works with the mouse so that it's movable while you're gaming, that would be really excellent. But I will say, if there was a balance ratio between how well the mouse performed and how well the keyboard performed in terms of how well they were in gaming, I would say the keyboard definitely has the upper hand. It felt a lot more solid and sturdy while gaming. And as for the mouse, obviously with the cord cable troubles that I had and being a laser mouse, I had to think a little bit harder for FPS gaming. And on top of that, it didn't feel as high quality as compared to the keyboard. And you know, sometimes there's a bit of annoyance with its easily clickable forwards and backwards buttons, because I always managed to press those when I didn't need to. So the mouse was definitely on the lower end in terms of this peripheral relationship. But regardless, I would say for $170 in total with the $120 KM780 RGB and $50 MX780 RGB, this is a very solid gaming peripheral combo. Get this for a friend or get this for somebody in your family who needs a new mouse and gaming keyboard and they want, you know, a combo so it matches, and I guarantee you that they'll like it. It's a great value for the price, and for a gaming style keyboard and mouse, it'll fit that bill perfectly fine and give you some gaming spice to your setup. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoy my content, definitely click that bell notification button that is next to the subscribe button of the channel if you guys want to get constant updates to when I upload content. But as always, make sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and all that. And this is the Skyroll channel signing out.